Okay, so I'm here under the car. I've just been driving along and I went to stop and suddenly my foot went down to the floor and it appears that I have blown my rear brake line. So I'm under here. I was lucky I was close to some shops. Now, I don't recommend driving around like this, but I'm not too far from home and this is a bush mechanic fix. So I've jumped in. I didn't have my toolkit in the car with the vice grips because they would have been great for this. So I've got two clamps from the shop there, a smaller one, a bigger one, and some tape. I'm going to try and crimp the brake line so that I can make it home with brakes. You can see there the brake fluid all over my diff, and up there, right there, is the blown brake line. So you can see the blown brake line that's been spewing brake fluid out everywhere. I will need to stop at the next service station. My brake fluid is not empty, so I've still got some there. I managed to get to the car park pulling up on the handbrake, which was not ideal, but let's see if we can't fix this. Right, so start with the smaller of the two, and I'm probably getting brake fluid all in my hair there everywhere. Okay, so as it looks, that there is going to slow the flow of the brake fluid quite a bit. Looks like I didn't need to buy the bigger one. Now I bought the bigger one because it had a bigger nozzle. I'll end up using that at home somewhere. Sorry, not a nozzle, a bigger surface area to clamp on. But that looks there like it's done a pretty good job. Now, because I don't want to get caught with stuff falling off the car, I've got some super high quality electrical tape here. It's brittle as anything. There we go. Now, as I said before, do not recommend this fix unless you are desperate. And I'm only a bit more than a few, but yeah, a little way from home. Getting a lot of dust down in my face there. I just don't want this clamp, if it does happen to come loose, to drop off. So in case of vibrations, the clamp itself probably would stay there. Now just remember, that's a pretty dodgy fix. So I'm going to have no back brakes while I'm driving. I'm going to be relying on my front brakes only, so I don't recommend it. But if you are in desperate need, and you can do this, it's a way to get yourself home. We'll see how I go. I'm going to be hanging way back and driving most defensively that I can just to get home, and then it looks like I've got to replace a brake hose. So look up for an upcoming video on how to replace a rear brake hose. So I've managed to get some brake fluid, so going to top it up. It's below the minimum, so yeah, top it up. Now I'm extremely lucky I caught it before it was fully empty, because if it had have gone fully empty and I got air in the brakes, I could not have crimped off the rear brakes like I have, because the front brakes would have had air in them and I would have had no brakes at all. So extremely lucky that this did not run empty. So it's full right up now, so even if I have a little bit of a leak at the back, it feels hard when I put my foot on it. It pumped up hard. I'll show you that in a second. So I should be right to get home if I drive really carefully. Now I've got to drive carefully because the front brakes will lock up if I put them on too hard. So I've just got back in the car and my brake pedal now goes hard at about that point there. So looks like I have fixed the problem. I'm not losing brake fluid anymore. See you around, guys.